In this lesson, I'll show you 3 examples on how to find the derivative of cosine functions. The derivative to all cosine functions can be summarized here, where the derivative of cosine u represents an algebraic expression, is equal to negative sine of that algebraic expression times the derivative of u with respect to x. In question 1, they want us to find the derivative of y is equal to cosine 3x squared. So this is considered our u. I'll denote the derivative of y as y prime is equal to negative sine 3x squared, the u, times the derivative of 3x squared. The derivative of 3x squared, we use the power rule. 3 times 2 is 6. 6x, 2 minus 1 is 1. So this is our final answer. In question B, they want us to find the derivative of y is equal to sine 3x times cosine 5x. Here we have 2 functions, or 2 factors. We'll call this factor u, and we'll call this v. And we'll follow the product rule. You should already know how to do the product rule by now, but in case you don't know, it's mentioned here, where we rewrite sine 3x, and don't find its derivative, times the derivative of v. The derivative of cosine 5x is negative sine 5x times the derivative of 5x, which is 5. Now that's only this part. We haven't done this part yet, so let me just clean this up before I move on to this term. This all becomes negative 5 sine 3x times sine 5x. Okay, now that I'm done with this, I'll find out what that is. Now I'll leave v the way it is, cosine 5x, and I'll find the derivative of sine 3x. I've already done a lesson on this. The derivative of any sine function is cosine. So I'll write down cosine 3x. Finding the derivative of 3x is simple, it's 3. And so my final answer is negative 5 times sine 3x sine 5x plus cosine 5x times cosine 3x times 3. In our last example, they want us to find the derivative of y is equal to 2 cosine x over sine 3x. This one will require us to know the quotient rule. And if you don't know the quotient rule, not every teacher teaches it. It's simply the product rule made easy, especially for quotients. The quotient rule tells us that we will square the bottom, and we'll do something very similar to the product rule, except instead of this plus, it's minus. So what we have so far is y prime, and at the bottom we have sine squared 3x. We're done with the denominator already. According to this, and if we call this u and this v, I'm going to rewrite v the way it is, which was sine 3x, and I'll take the derivative of u with respect to x. The derivative of this is easy. It's times negative sine x, and don't forget that 2, I'll put it right here, and see this negative, I'll place it right here as well, giving us the following. Next, we write down negative, and now I'll write down u the way it is, 2 cosine x, and I'll find out the derivative of sine. The derivative of sine is cosine 3x. The derivative of 3, this part, is simply 3. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And that's it. You don't need to simplify any further. We're good to go. And there you have it. 3 examples on how to find the derivative of cosine functions.